Hello, friends. It's me, Cynthia. Sorry we're running a little bit late today. I had a little bit of problems finding my pom pom supplies, my pom pom making. I wanted to show when we were talking about it today. I said, "What are some fast gift ideas?" And one of the things that we had made at the Pearls Yarn Retreat a few years ago, and Azalea made a bunch of these pom poms. She had like a pom pom fiesta. Nowadays, it is not a pom pom fiesta. She's knitting. It's a knitting and crochet. But this was hanging on my bag. I know this is so goofy. I was laughing earlier because I was like, um, it was on my bag for forever. And a gal in Tucson gave me this part of it. I was standing next to her waiting to be checked out at a booth. And this part of it has the seashells. So I was looking at it, I was like, that is such a cute little charm thing you have. And it looked way better than this does. I mean, this is probably 10 years old hanging on my bag. And I needed to redo it because if you can see the gap here, it got kind of bent and it kept falling off. But I was putting it on the edge of my bag and it was it's just something fun. Like this was a pin that Azalea and I collected when we went to the Coldplay concert in I think it was 2012 or 2014. But that was kind of fun. So I'll just add to it. And this is from our friend Kira Boyd. She has a glow forge, and she makes these really charming, funny little I don't know what you call them, little pendants and things. I was looking over here. Did I have another? I had a pair of earrings that were lightning bugs that she'd made. It was pretty cute. All right. I kind of zoned out there for a second. I was so in the moment of hunting for pom pom supplies. I went through a phase where I was making them all the time. Hello, my friends. Hello, Kalite. Hey, Kay. Hello, Cynthia. Hello, Kathy. Hi, Lori. Cherie. Let's see. C. Gray. Hello. Yes, get the butterfly hashtag. I have a couple of giveaways today. Oh, I'm behind. Hello, Karen. Hello, my friends. All right. Hopefully it's not. Sometimes when I'm up in the studio or it's finally not too hot. That's one of the things is I got to go downstairs when it's too hot. But it is noisy because it's not for some reason they didn't insulate it. Here's one pom pom I made. Look at this. Thanks for here. So that's a fun one. That's a big one. That took a while to wrap, but it was fun to get the stripes. I'll show you how to do that. And then I have this one. You know, the only problem is I had a whole bunch of them in a basket up here. And then Marty came along and he was sneaking them. I was like, how come these keep disappearing off of my desk, off of the basket of me I was going to make for a like what is this thing called? What is it? Not a wreath. It's not a banner. You know, something that goes in your tent. I was going to put these all along the tent. So if you could picture it, just like hanging, like a bunch of them. Kind of like that, but a bow, not a bow. I was thinking a bow would be Bough, like a branch or something full of pom poms. Garland. Thank you, Wendy. Kalite. Garland. That's good. That is something. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Oh, Zoe's. She's come bearing her drinks. I just got a container for myself for the holidays. All right, I'm going to show you. There's a few different ways to make these pom poms. A few different ways. There you can get the cardboard kind, old school method, and sorry, Zoe, there's yarn all over. It's just going everywhere.
You need a basket.
I do need a basket. All right, can you pass me the giveaway so that I can show what they can put in? So today we have a couple of giveaways. This one is a little butterfly. This one usually retails for $24. I was feeling the holiday spirit. Here's one that's silver plate. See that? Kind of old school. So that's part. So we're going to do 2 giveaways today. But here's the thing. You got to be here at the end. That's so that our numbers, you see you can't see it, but I can see it. When you have higher numbers, that means that YouTube and Facebook and all those guys will put your videos kind of towards the top so that you get more views. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to flip the camera around. Garland. I was like, yeah, it's kind of a garland. Is it a garland though? If it's going around the whole tent? Oh, look at all this. Sorry, my friends. Don't look at our studio. Like, okay, how could you avoid it? Sorry. So these are the pom-pom making. We'll put this here so you don't forget. At the top. That's the giveaways here. 2 tonight. Oh, look at this. This is we were talking about gifts. And I said, what are the fastest things you can make? This is a pretty easy necklace. So if you have big hole pearls, this is leather. Oh, hello, my friend Donna. Hello, Terry. Oh, Terry said, I ordered some shrink film. Thanks for the inspiration on Wednesday. Yes. Hello, Amber. Hello. Hello, Sunny. Hello, Lynn. Kimberly. Thank you, my friends, for joining me this evening. So this necklace, check out how fast this is. So it's on an iridescent leather, and I'm using big hole pearls. So this is not the whole strand. This is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pearls. And that looks pretty good. It doesn't look like you're being stingy with the pearls. Sometimes it can look that way. This, I think, can look good, very Sundance on a brown cord. This is pretty nice. This is bronze, I think, or maybe it is Shibu, but usually Shibuichi has, it's like this. This is Shibuichi. This is from my friend Bob Burkett made this. Or maybe he didn't make this. Maybe this is one of Leanne's pieces. I think this is actually Leanne's. I'll look and see who signed it. Oh, no. I think Bob signed that one. It's hard to remember. That's Shibuichi. This is Shibu. Let's see. Yeah, mostly bronze in there. I have a few Shibuichi things. This is from my friend Leanne made this one. Shibuichi and silver. Isn't that pretty? Donna says, I love Bob. Who doesn't? Bob, my friend. He's out there watching. We're thinking of you. And look at this. This one doesn't have its eyes, but he gave me some of these. Made a few. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It's like a creature. We were sitting around the dining room table wax carving and making little creatures. That's one of his. Here's another one. I didn't get a chance to put the eyes in. They've been sitting in here for probably 15 years. Oh, look at this piece. This is from my friend Russell. I think Russell Samuelson from Scattered Light made. This is one of my prizes. This is a jointed yucca flower. Can you believe this? But he made this. Look at the jointing on that. Cast the flower and made that. So anyway, I don't know why I'm showing this. Kind of got sidetracked, but that was on. I was looking for samples, and I got kind of sidetracked. Let me put this away. Yeah, it is super cool. It's one of the coolest things I have. Oh, Terry says I have a fiber stash. Listen, that's one of my favorite ways to use up the fiber. Okay, so these are pretty nice pom-pom makers. You don't need to use these. These just make it easy, real easy. So what you do, and these are all the sizes. You can make them small like this. And And the method to it is pretty easy, although it looks more complicated than it needs to be. It just feels more complex. And sometimes when I look at it, I'm like, okay, how do I do this again? And if you think about like the cardboard ones, you could just use two pieces of cardboard cut into a donut shape, and you have the two pieces of cardboard so you can wrap it from the middle. So if you don't have these fancy clover ones from Japan or whatever, you don't need them. They just make it like really fast or not really fast, it's just tidier. All right, so let's just start. To get a stripe, you make bands of color. So let's show that. Or we just make a plain one really fast. And by plain, I mean this chunky thick yarn. Real easy, yes. Oh, Donna says, I have a gorgeous koi fish holding a cubic zirconia. Yeah, I think I have that one. Okay, so you start on one end. You could knot it, but when you do, to keep it like secured, I just tie it kind of like that at the end like that, because you're going to end up tying it through this. This is where the string will tie everything together. And so just go around and around. And I have this book on making animal ones, and they're super cute. The way you do that, you should get that book. It's over here. I'm going to show it. Well, now I don't see it. Maybe I'll look for it in a second. Or maybe Azalea will look for it. That pom-pom book with the animals.
Oh, I have not seen that in years. I don't even know where to begin to look for.
I went too far. You're not supposed to go out of that thing, because you have to go like this. So you're trying to fill up that half. The more plush you make it and the thicker you wrap it, the more plush it will be. If you wrap it kind of thin, you get kind of a thin, not that plush, kind of limp pom-pom. Okay, so if you see these kind of, I don't know, I guess that's a bob of color. The way you get that in the middle is you change the color. And I'm going to kind of just tuck it like this. Oh, yeah, pom-poms are good for everything. And Kalite says, Cynthia, have you made a Marty-shaped pom-pom? We have made... I need to get into that container because I have a bunch of pom-poms in there. And there's a couple animal ones. If you get browns, it's pretty easy to make an animal. That is. Now, if you do it where you have the color, these are kind of a short color run. That means it's only like a few inches. If you put them like this, where they're stacked close together, they kind of make spots like this. So that's how you get the kind of spot. And these stripes, that is the wraps. So if you do a stripe of all the solid color, you get this. Let me get that out of the way. It's pretty fun. This will make a pretty small one. But I didn't follow exactly what I was doing on the last one, so we'll see how that looks. Okay. It's almost. I'm trying to make it equal. Oh, Pat, pom-poms are the easiest. If you're going to a yarn retreat, you don't know what to bring with you, man, you can use pom-poms. You can put these on your presents. I mean, I had mine, like this one, when I say 10 years, that's actually probably longer. Look how chewed up it is. I need to make a refreshed one. But they're light. You can put a little bell, and it's fun to add on to them, like I did with that one. I added on, like that's needs a nice new pom pom. But this is actually silk and wool.
I was just about to say, imagine a silk pom pom.
This is silk here. This is silk and Malabrigo. Boy, that if I washed it. But you know what? It's just fun to start over. Oh, look at this. Check this out. I don't know. This might be too fluffy. Let's just see what happens.
You can always brush it out at the end.
Let's just see. I'm not afraid to be experimental. You like that color together? Might be interesting.
Imagine a big blanket hand knit with that. Like with your fingers.
Yeah. So I'm going to do this a little bit tighter. Cut it right here. It's a little bit of waste on that because I was trying to tuck it in. Okay. And that side. Yeah, it's pretty snugly. All right. Get in there. I didn't want to do it. All right, we'll use some of this as nice and thick. You want something that will hold up, like embroidery floss. This is premium quality waxed cord. I don't know what it is, if it's cotton or what, but it has a little bit of something. It feels like cotton or something. Oh my God, I did this wrong. So I completely did this one wrong. I just noticed you're supposed to get in the middle of this, and I didn't do it right. Right? Did I do this wrong, Isaiah?
Let me see. It's been a long time since we've made those.
I think it was the
Where
wrong
did you
way.
wrap it?
I didn't wrap it yet.
Oh, you just started cutting it already?
No, I didn't cut it, but I have to.
No, you cut it and then you wrap it. Yeah, because you can't
forgot
wrap
how to do
past
it.
that.
That's right.
You
All
might
right.
have better luck with some different scissors.
Okay, so before,
These are more slender. Try these and they're sharp.
so I forgot that you have to cut this before you can wrap it.
That's why it's good that you have that whole contraption because it holds it together for you after the threads have been cut.
Right. Well, if you have the one
Those are
that,
dull leather scissors. I'm telling you, use these. There you go.
Terry says, I accidentally bought some synthetic wax sinew and I'm stumped on what to do with it. So that stuff is pretty much exclusively used for leather work because that is almost impossible to, like if you ever seen with your bags, usually your threads don't, usually the leather gives out before the that cord will.
If I was whoever said that, if that was me, I would use any sort of scrap leather I could find, whether it was fake or real leather. You could find. I found some leather in a thrift store before. That's where we got those big bags. I would make little flower hairpins, and you can do fancy little stitching on it with that wax stuff. Leather work can be really fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I've made bags, and you can make masks too. And then thin leather, you can make stuff for dolls or jewelry. That's what I like to do with it.
We bought some like glove leather in Tucson, and boy, these scissors don't want to cooperate.
Oh, you having a hard time with those?
It's just
black ones. Those are my second fanciest.
I
My
like
first
the
fanciest
these are just
black ones.
big. I just want some small to get in there. Do we have small like embroidery? What about this? Let's see if this is any better.
It'll just take you longer since they're so skinny.
Yeah, that's no good. So I usually get these embroidery scissors from Michael's, and they're like $1. And I get them when they start to get dull. I will cut some fine sandpaper. So this is why you do this, because this is holding it together. And the gap here is so that you can get the thread all the way around. I'm going to cut a nice big piece. Oh, Terry says it's super durable. We used it to tie lids on our slow cookers to travel with them filled. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, I don't know if this is synthetic or cotton. It feels like it's cotton, but could be wrong. Actually, that feels like cotton, because I don't think that if that were polyester, that would have happened. Now let's take it apart. Hey, Azalea, what happened to our picture?
What do you mean? What happened? I have no idea. Did you turn off my phone?
No, I turned off nothing.
That's interesting. It could perhaps be this plug. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Let's switch back for a second.
Oh.
Something happened with our overhead camera.
Of
course. It's not a Green Girl Live without some technical difficulties.
Yeah, if it isn't one thing, it's another. So this is what we have from this. I took it apart. Azalea's fixing the other whatchamacallit.
I'm trying, that's for sure. This plug is a little bit busted though. There you go.
All right, so thank you for doing that. Oh, it went out again. It just went out again.
I don't know how to fix that then. If it did it again, then we're cooked because I can't fix that. Otherwise, I think it's the plug. I think it's the cord.
Maybe we can switch it. Is it too hard to do?
I don't have anything I don't really have another cord for that. I do not have a backup cord.
The one that I was just using, I pulled it so hard it came apart and I broke it. I need to find a better yarn or something. Can you find me what do I need here?
Because everybody's just looking at you.
They're just looking at me.
Has something happened to our cord? I don't know what's going on.
There's cords down here. Check and see if any of those will work. All right, we'll do it this way. Go old school. So I tied that. It looks horrendous. But the key is the trimming. The trimming's the fun part. So you just give it a haircut and it'll look really good once you give it a haircut. That's the fun part, is trimming them. Now I'm in the mood to make these. I'm gonna make a bunch of them. They make good ornaments. My favorite thing though is I give them to my friends on a little purse or a handbag. And this is the most fun part, is trimming them. Especially if you have really good sharp scissors, then it goes really fast. And if you have a lint shaver, that goes that's kind of satisfying to do. Oh.
Well, we're going to have to unplug the computer and plug in the phone. So.
All right. So that's how you use the Clover brand pom-pom makers. Love the size of it. So if you feel it, this one's a little loose.
There you go.
Oh, you got it. So this one isn't tied as well. You know what I like to do?
Are you serious? Oh, yo, what is going on with our camera? I just switched the cord and everything.
No, there now. It's back.
Yeah, but this situation is not, it's in and out. It's not, look at it. It's going out and then it's coming back. I don't even know what's going on.
Well, maybe switch my phone and we'll just do it old school.
Yeah, I don't know what is happening. I just dug around the studio for a fresh cord, and now that one's busted too.
All
Well,
right,
now they're
then-
just looking at you. I don't know what to
Okay,
do. You're
take
gonna have to
my
just
phone, switch the orientation, and we'll deal with it some other time. We'll just do it the old way. It wouldn't be alive if there wasn't some sort of adventure happening with the technology.
I guess that's our option now.
That's the option.
Makes me mad. I do all this work with the technology, and it's gonna go and thwart me.
Well, at least it's not an update.
I would sue.
The port, it might be. Oh, I don't know what it is. Who knows what it is? I couldn't even begin to guess. And then you just trim it. You know what I do with all this? I use it to stuff my dolls. These are fabric scissors, don't worry. So you can see if you use the cardboard method, which I could show with this piece of cardboard here. It's the same thing, except you cut out circles or donuts. Okay, that was like... Every time I do it, I find another spot. Giving it a haircut, I think, takes longer than wrapping it. But doesn't that make a pretty texture? This fiber right here. I'm not going to use this one again with this premium waxed cord that broke in my hand. I bet that's, I don't know what it is. Who knows what it is, but we won't use it again for that project. I'll probably use, you know what would be good? Nylon. Nylon wouldn't break. Here I have, this feels like, that's some kind of embroidery floss on that one. That. Okay, so we'll do another one. Let's do another color. Here's one. I think this one I was using similar colors. You can see I trimmed this one nice and plush. This one needs to be a little bit, you can see it needs more help.
More plushness.
And the way you get it to be more plush, the more you remove, the closer you shave it down. Look at this big king-sized one. This one was this great big one. No, this is not it. This is the one right here. Oh, Terry says you can also cut it into a heart shape or a cube. Yes, you can cut them into, so that animal book or Making Animal Friends, I don't know what happened to it. It was over there. Maybe I just did not see it. This is not tied very well because this broke in my fingers as I was adjusting it or tightening it. So I do not recommend whatever that cord was that I was just using. A better cord would be, this would be good because this, you have to be Superman to get into that. If you could, that might be too tight, or no, that'll be fine. Can you brush them out? Yes, you can brush them. If you have a cat brush or dog brush, you could brush them. Let's make a bigger one. Let's make the king size. What color should we make?
Pink.
Pink, pink, pink. Let me see.
Or dark green one.
Dark green.
Jumbo.
Jumbotron. Yeah, if you brush them, then they become ultra plush. Hey, you know what? I got a kit. Look at this kit I got at look at this. When I went to go to see my friend Joanne yesterday, I bought this Ashton Zage fiber art. So this is her kit. DIY woven tapestry. Look at what's in it. This is so cute. Isn't that fun? And then look at this. Scan for instructions. How much do you love this, Azalea? Look at all that festivity.
That's smart.
Doesn't that make you feel like doing some fiber art?
I'm always doing fiber art.
I love it. So I got that yesterday. I got Azalea something from one of the crafters. She has to pretend like she didn't see it. These are from my friend Joanne. Ooh, I see something with a splash of gold. Oh, Terry says, you all need to get an affiliate shop set up so I can order these and you can make some money. You know, I was just telling Azalea, I said, hey, we should figure that out because someone else said, I don't know why you guys aren't doing affiliate links. And I was like, probably because I don't know how to do it.
AKA Azalea, go Google this and figure this out.
AKA means also known as.
That's what I said. I stand by it.
Mary says we used to make these for our roller skates. Hey, guess what? There's a roller skate night happening. I think it's on the 15th. Hey, get me some green, would you? Give me some colors for this that would look good with a splash of gold. You know what I could do is make one. This is how you make stripes. One layer. Okay. This big one I keep forgetting it's kind of a handful. A little bit of a handful. Ooh, I like that. Wool.
I've never even seen that yarn before.
You know what this is? I can tell you exactly what it is. This is, and by feeling it and looking at it, I would say this is Noro.
Want to use any of this?
Noro silk. Oh, that's silk.
Are you sure? Because this don't look like silk.
I promise you that's silk.
Oh, wow. I had no idea. I thought this was some sort of acrylic this whole time.
No, they use that as, oh no, that is. You're right. I didn't see it. I was going to
say.
It looked like sari silk.
Well, that would look good. It's got the gold, the
Oh
pink,
my gosh,
and the
that's
green.
so perfect. No, I thought you were holding up that recycled sari silk yarn. That's what I thought that was. This is going to be a pretty one, I think. When we did these, we had this great big trash bag full of yarn. And the folks at the yarn retreat were like, ooh, let's make one with this. They were giving us so many ideas. We gave away a lot of pom-poms that weekend.
I remember.
Yeah, now Azalea says, I am a beginner knitter, but she's making lace work, and socks and cardigans. So something tells me she's no longer a beginner. I said, why do you keep surpassing me? You keep surpassing your mom at all these crafts. You learn to crochet, then you become expert. It's good. I like it.
That's generous, expert crochet.
I got a pattern to make cargo pants.
Oh, yeah.
So then I look like I'm from the cast of The Expanse.
I haven't seen that show in a long time. It used to be one of my favorites.
It's a good one. All right. Can fabric strips? Yes, Colita. You can, if you can twist it around these shapes, then you can make it into a pom-pom. The fabric, though, we did make one. It gives you like a Raggedy Ann kind of look.
would be cute for the top of a little leg.
Oh, I didn't notice. There are little measurements. I don't know if you can see that. I didn't notice it. But the little measurements, if you do that, you can get different patterns and you can repeat it. So if you wanted to make little flowers, you can do that. There's this book, I think it's called Pom Pom Animal Friends, and it shows how to make rabbits and cats and dogs and birds and what all, everything you can think of. But it uses that kind of marking so that you can repeat it on the other side if you're going to make like ears or something of a different color. So this is going to give me this is going to give like a stripe, a pink stripe. And then we have this, Azalea found that. It has the touch of gold. Yes, if you make a tassel, this is a similar process as making a tassel. The difference is you would use like something like the length of your tassel would be whatever you measure this out to be, or you can measure it. Let me just, where's the end of this? It's a similar process. Here, can you find the end of this? I'm getting kind of been feeling this thing. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so to make a tassel, you would cut a piece of cardboard and you would just wrap it around and around the cardboard. Say this is how long you wanted it. You would, wherever you tied it, that's the amount of fringe from, or the drop, I guess. So that would be one. You could do it this short, use silk. A lot of potential. Yeah, tassel making is fun. Oh, Terry says crocheting with that crinkly yarn is not for the weak at heart. No, that's why this has become pom-pom yarn. Because I tried working with it and I was like, you know what? I don't know about this stuff. This is hard. If you make a mistake, you can't undo it. It's just too difficult. But it surely is beautiful. Look how pretty that is. Terry says, Azalea, are you digging through my yarn stash? These seem quite familiar. Yeah, I think we have a similar taste in yarn, Terry.
Not the first time I've been accused of yarn stash digging.
Yeah.
For sure.
Look at that, how pretty that's going to be. It has a little flecks of gold. I do not want this to get tangled up, boy. And then we'll finish it with a layer. If you just put it in the middle, you get a spot. You get two spots because the spots will be like on each side. Kathy says, I just bought that type of yarn for my next project. It's called a boucle because it makes it's that texture of a boucle fabric, but it is a challenging type of yarn, that's for sure. But it does come out, like if you make a hat with it, which I think would be easy. If you make a mistake, don't bother trying to rip it. But the upswing is that you won't even see that you made a mistake. So pretty nice. Yeah, it'll be really pretty. I can't wait to see it. That's the thing, is it's kind of addictive to make these. Just get a bunch of yarn that you're not using, like acrylic or something that's not, you don't care about it. I don't suggest it with like your fanciest yarn because you trim a lot off. But I saved this little pile. I put it in a Ziploc bag, and when I am ready to stuff a doll, I have a little bag of this ready to go. It's kind of, and if it shows through, it gives a kind of interesting multicolor feeling. All right, let's see. What else? What else? What else? Oh, here we go. Here's that green. Yeah, Noro is a really beautiful yarn, but some people don't like it because it's hand done and you get this gorgeous thick and thin texture. It's really beautiful, but it is also kind of tricky. It's a tricky yarn. Sometimes there'll be pieces that are tied separately, like tied together at the end. It's kind of strange. But you know what? I use it double. I hold it double and I crochet with it. That's what I like to use Noro for. Oh, Terry says, thanks for being a fab omni crafter. Love the variety. Thank you. I like being an omni crafter. I saw this meme somewhere where these dudes were talking about, they're like, listen, you guys, do not find yourself a girl that is a makeup girl, because they will spend all their money on makeup. And in my mind, I was like, ha!
You don't know what's coming. Though.
If he were dating a crafting girl, then that is even...
Yeah, ask Blocky about that, because he bought me this yarn. I handed this to him at the checkout at the Pearls.
Yeah, you're like, you think makeup's expensive. It is nothing to a trip to the yarn store.
Shit, yeah. For sure.
But that's one of my favorite things, is I'll say, hey, Zelia, do you need a little bit of a lift?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm running out of the green, so I'm going to... So Noro is considered a long color run, because that color run with all that green, but I'm running out of green. So we'll try to get it so it matches and it's not green on one side. And Terry says, and yarn, unlike makeup, seldom expires. Correct.
Oh yeah, I'll always prefer. If anybody asks me for a gift idea, it's always going to be something craft related.
Yeah.
Yarn probably, or a set of needles that I am missing.
I told Azalea, I said, you know what we should do? We have all these really beautiful pieces of fabric that I've been collecting for my whole life. So we should do yarn, or like bundles. I buy them from other people. I have more yarn, and I just went and spent $40 with this gal, and her hand, I don't know if she spun that. I don't think she spun it for that tab. I have all the fixings, but you know what? It's kind of fun when it's all together like that.
Buying a kit is nice.
It is fun.
I like a kit.
Me too.
I'm always looking for it.
Yeah, look at this. This is so... There's a little bit of they call it VM for vegetable matter. It's a little piece of grass. Gives it some texture. I picked those out. Ooh, now we're getting to the hot pink of this. Terry says fiber bundles are fab too. A couple feet of this, that, and the other thing. Yes. Oh, Cynthia says this is going to be the best pom-pom ever. I agree. Check out that color. You want to fill up until it's kind of flat across here. Otherwise, you get kind of a little bit of, sometimes the middle part can come out. Like they can just pull right out if you don't make it tight. This one was not done tightly, so what I'm going to do afterwards is go in with a sewing needle and some of this and go back and forth a few times to make it a little bit more stable. I'm going to add a little bit of this purple to this side It's going to be a surprise. You never know with this. And the good thing is if you have some yarn in small bundles and you're like, what am I going to do with this? It's not enough to make anything out of, and I don't feel like working on a blanket until I die. This is a good project for that because you don't need a lot. You can just have a few feet and it's enough. Like that pink right there, that was probably like, I don't know, maybe 4 feet. I don't know. It's hard to say. Okay, that looks like it's flush. Oh, Terry says, any be careful not to tips for these? I would say if you, the only thing, oh, here's what I was talking about. See these little, this is where they tie on. A lot of people hate this with Noro fabric. People just hate it. I don't love it either. So that's one of the, we'll cut that right off. Let's put it together. Oh, no, we don't need to put it together quite yet. We want to cut it. I wonder if I have sharp scissors over here. Oh, let's see if these are any better. Okay. Okay, that's no good. That lasted like 5 seconds. All right, that's not going to go. That's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. Get in there, you. Oh, Azalea, we didn't talk. You know what? We've just been enjoying life and making pom-poms and not even talking about our sale. We put on a sale. We called it the Helene Recovery. And
people have gotten
we did the
newsletter for it.
We did the newsletter for it, but I thought I forgot to mention it. Oh, something interesting. I don't know if they're going to use it, but last week I was interviewed by the Mountain Express. That's our local newspaper. And it was a little bit odd. Azalea was like, how'd it go? And I was all quiet. It was a tiny bit embarrassing because I kept crying, and I told Justin, I was like, I'm sorry, you trusted me, you gave my name. That's our friend that does the Big Crafty show and owns Horse and Hero downtown, and he gave my name for the interview. And I'm like, man, I kept feeling like guilty for whatever reason. I don't know why. Like it should have been somebody that like suffered more than I did. I don't know.
Well, they were asking about Helene.
They were asking and I was like, they're asking me about Helene. I'm like, I did go through it with the rest of them, but I don't know.
I don't think anybody's gonna hate on you for having
nobody
brothers.
Nobody would. I don't think they would. But
you're not crying for yourself.
But it was mortifying. Oh, Terry said she's not getting. Oh, Terry says they need to create one of these that has a pop-out rotary cutter. Yeah, I hear you. Because these scissors are a little bit dull. That's why I need to go down and hunt for the ones. Or just sharpen the ones that I have. Because this wool is not easy to cut. There we go. It took me like 5 minutes to cut that.
I gave you a better pair of scissors.
Those were them.
You were using the ones with the gray handle, were you not?
Yes, I was.
That's not the ones I handed you.
Which ones did you hand me? These gold ones? Oh, I did use those too.
That's very swampy.
It's a little swampier than I had expected.
That's your colorway, that deep purple next to the green. How many times have I seen that before? Looks good though. Looks real good.
All right, I'm going to use this thin. Hopefully this is strong enough. Usually this stuff, let's just test it. Okay, I put my back into it. I did not, no. Get over there. Okay, we'll do this. You want to tie it real tight. And then I don't ever just leave it with this. See how you can tie it and it will be secure for the most part. I go in with a long doll needle and I stitch back. So I make this like 10 inches at least on each side. Yeah, I do not want to, some of these I cannot read because it'll make me emotional. But I'm reading them. But if I read it aloud, I'll be emotional. Just like my interview. I was like, okay, I'm not going to get emotional. I am not going to get emotional. And I got emotional. So I'm tying this nice and tight. I can't wait to cut this. So you leave these long tails so you can take that doll needle I was telling you about just now and you can run through and kind of secure it from different angles. All right. Oh, I see Zakaya. Hello, Zakaya. Happy December. Yes. Is that time of the year? Oh, and you know what else I forgot to mention? Big Crafty. That is happening this weekend. So if you are anywhere within driving distance to come to the show, it's a great show. It's a good day. It's a lot of fun. And our downtown is coming back, so it's not so like disasperated. All right, here comes the fun part. Yes, Carolyn says, did Asheville get the running water repaired? Yes. Oh, Terry says, will you ever be selling your pins? I was talking to Azalea about that, and I said, hey, we need to bring those. And then you just put it back together. It's not broken. And then it's ready for the next time. So hang on to your area where you have the threads, and after you have it trimmed, because see, these can pull out if you don't tie this tight enough. And if you take a long doll needle and you go through, in and out through. Can you pass me a doll needle? I'll just show it. It's not hard and it takes but a minute.
How's this one? You need longer?
No, that's perfect. Thank you. All right, so this is a doll needle. Get them at Michael's or wherever. It's useful for a lot of things. Okay, here's the trick for this. You turn it on, it's like this. Get in there and show. Make a loop like that. And usually that will get it in there. Did I get it? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, they did show, the gingerbread house competition, they did not have the competition, but they had it where you could view some of them. All right, so I'm going to run through. I threaded this. And I'm going to just bring it through a few times. And the reason you do this is it secures the middle threads from just pulling out. So I will run this through the middle, going all the way through a few times. Oh yes, they are very plush. You can make all all different kinds of animals. This fluff here is kind of, if you looked around the studio, you could see it whirling around. Okay, so I usually pull through, and this is to keep it secure, and you can tie it off. All right, I'm going to try to come back to where I was at the beginning of this. Where's the end of it? All right, so I'll tie these after I trim it, but I want to get to the trim part because that's the fun part. All right. I love giving it the haircut. Isn't that pretty? Even the scrap looks good. I was kind of thinking I could use this scrap for flocking. I haven't flocked anything in a really long time, but when you make flocking, you can make your own flocking fibers. What you do to make that is you just cut it like this. Say you're going to, well, that one's not very good enough for an example. But if you're going to make like, you want long flocking for animal fur, for like a miniature, you would cut it at like, however long you want it to be, like 6 millimeter, depending on the size of your animal that you're trying to flock. You could make your own with yarn. It's pretty cool. I love how this one has like a little pinpoint of a core of dark. It gives you a different texture. There's an artist in town that sets pom-poms in vintage cups and things, and they are so cute. I bought one, and it's in my downstairs. I think you could use it to felt. I think this would be very easy to felt with Pat. But if you felt with it, you're not getting a long staple. You're getting short. So this would be like a decorative thing that you would add for the, like it's like decoration. It's not for the heavy lifting felting. So fun to give them a haircut. It reminds me of the Play-Doh Fun Factory. If anybody else had those where you could extrude Play-Doh hair, this is just like that. I know I told Azalea I was gonna show how to mount these to put on and make a tassel keychain for yourself or like for a purse charm, and we ended up making pom-poms instead. So this will be the pom-pom episode. Instead of, this was supposed to be like fast gift ideas. So pom-pom making is probably not the fastest of gift ideas because putting a charm on a cord is faster than this. But, one thing I noticed, we have some of our customers, they'll show me, they'll say, look at this, what I did with this. And I have a lot of these young customers. They're not even beaders. They're other artists. Because now I'm not doing bead shows anymore. I'm doing art markets. And so the majority of my customers are not beaders. And so it's fun to see what they do with it. Because their first inclination is not, oh, I'm going to make a necklace. It's, I'm going to put this on something. What am I going to put this on? And so a lot of times I see them on zipper pulls. I see them on, like, so my friend made this purse, little pouch. People will put them on this part here, and it looks cute. You can imagine it. Like, there was a frog when she showed me. She goes, look how cute this is. I love it. I see it every time I get my purse out, or my money, or my coin purse, or whatever. If you had a pewter one, it'd be sweet right there. Oh, Zakai says, hey, Zoe, what about the cutaway that Cynthia's making recycle for a project? We use this. This is not going to go in the trash. I have a big Ziploc bag of this stuff, and I use it to stuff dolls with. If you looked inside of any of my dolls, they have a mishmash of this inside. And you know what else is good for that? It's sometimes fun to use it as... I've used this for photo props because it kind of makes a little bit of a mat. Like I've done it, I can push it down. And then if you put another thing on top of it, it kind of makes like almost like a blanket. And you know what else this is good for? You could use it in paper making, but if you would have to grind it pretty fine if you're going to use it for paper. Pretty happy with how this is coming out. What do you guys think? Just like how that color came out? You get little pops of the gold and that kind of unexpected core. One thing, though, I will say would make this a lot easier is having good sharp scissors, because these are a little bit dull. And the way you would sharpen them up, one of my tricks is to use sandpaper. Cut sandpaper like this. Just make strips. Oh, I see that there's some more comments that I didn't notice. Oh, Donna says that color combo looks like a flower garden. Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess you could use paper mache. That's a good idea. I have a container full of scraps for my paper making. Paper making is pretty fun. It's a summertime craft. It's not a wintertime craft because it's messy and you have to have a lot of water. It takes a lot of water for paper making. So it's good to have that out on the porch. It's looking pretty good. I'm happy with this. But you can see how the more you cut, the more plush it is. If I had a little comb over here, I could comb it out. I don't know if I have one handy. Fluff it. But every time I do that, you know what? I can see more spots. Now, if you don't tie it tight, these things can just pull right out. So you got to tie this part tight. And if you do that added security of going through the middle with a doll needle, it'll be very secure. You know what? I bet I cut off the other strand. Where's the other one? I can always tie another one if I accidentally cut it. You just sew it, use the doll needle, and you can just sew it right in. All right, so I'm at about the hour point. I didn't know it would take me an hour to show you 2 pom-poms, but there you go. So, I'd like to mention Big Crafty.
Show these necklaces now.
Oh, okay.
Tags.
Azalea made some tags. She wanted to show some of my finished necklaces that I have taken to the shows, and we just wanted to show them again. The discount in the store that we have right now will apply. I'm trying to make some money for the lean times, which are, well, pretty much, people stop buying craft materials. Oh, there's one I cut. Shoot, I just cut both of them off. Oh, well, I'll just add another one after the fact. It's hard keeping track of that, especially when the thread is practically clear. I'll be trimming this. I want it to be perfectly smooth. That's the goal. So that's where I think if you had a lint shaver, sweater shaver.
Yo, you were grooming that pom-pom. Show these necklaces, yo.
Okay.
Watching you snipping a pom-pom.
All right.
An hour.
I know, sorry. And see, I was thinking ahead. I put this little piece down here. There you go. This is not going to go in the trash. Don't worry yourselves. Maureen says, I would love to go to the Big Crafty. You should come to the Big Crafty. It'll be fun. Although I will say you're going to find a bunch of new artists you didn't even know you liked, because that's what happens to me. And I thought I knew everybody. I always find somebody. All right. Oh, don't forget. Hashtag butterfly. I'm doing 2 today. Donna says super sharp scissors would get you smooth way better than your dull ones. Yeah, these are, you can hear, they're not as sharp as they could be. All right, I made some, look at these tags I made.
So
It's this weekend, Lorraine. It's this weekend, downtown Asheville. Okay, so look at these little cards. Are these on the website?
If the tag says a lot, then it's a lot number. But if it just has the numbers like this, like that says A7, that's on the website. So that's a lot sale. And this is a website thing.
All right, so I'm going to show these pretty quick. So this is a lot. It's $120, and you can use your coupon on this.
There's no coupon. It just
not
applies
coupon.
to your cart.
Your cart. Your cart. That's what I meant to say. So I've used a heavier gauge nylon with this one. And this one features, look, this is a ruby slice. Isn't that pretty? And I've named all the different things that are on it. Sterling silver, labradorite, ruby slices, Wella opal, antique Dutch opalescent, Herkimer diamond, carved abalone, which is this, looks hand carved. Isn't that pretty? Lovely. Little popcorn pearls, they're really lustrous. So it's a nice little blend. It's $120. Yeah, this one, I had people ask about the list. And so I made them on this thicker cardboard. This is the stuff you put in comic book backs. It's and so I cut them into strips and I put the list so you could tell if you saved it. It's nice thick cardboard. But that has imperial kyanite, baroque pearls, blown glass eye charm. Oh, there's a teeny eye charm right there on that. Not pretty? So cute. And a sterling silver button. Okay, it is a special necklace. Okay, that's one of them. That's a lot sale. That one was, if you're interested, that was $418.
Yeah, any of the ones that don't have the word lot on the tag are listings on the website.
Okay, so this one is one on the website. Check this one out. This is really beautiful. This has a ton of stuff on it. Tunduru sapphires, tourmaline opals, tourmaline crystals, which are these little things. Isn't that cool? That's how they grow, and then they're just drilled right across. Teeny river pearls, aquamarine, labradorite, amethyst, chrome diopside, imperial kyanite, black opal, garnet, lapis. What does that say? Oh, alexandrite and sterling. This is on the website. What's A7? That's just on the website. I see.
Necklace A7.
Oh, Terry says, if you need chipboard, let me know. I could always use chipboard. Sometimes we paint on it. Yeah, look at all those. These are little river pearls from Japan. That's how they grow. Isn't that amazing? That was actually, this is, if you would believe it, those are very expensive. But you know what? Sometimes the heart wants what it wants. So I tend to want the things that make my heart sing. And sometimes these tiny little fancy little gemstones do it. I love alexandrite. I'll find it on here. It's a green stone or greenish gray. It's really beautiful. I got those from my friends over at Sona. And boy, they had some really pretty ones. They were so small though. It was a pain to get them. Oh, here's some more of those river pearls. Beautiful. Okay, this one. Let me put that on there. This is expensive, just so you know. Check this out. So I mounted this pink tourmaline in sterling. So this is the only one of this one. I didn't make any more of it. Wendy says, what size thread? That past one, that's fine. It's fine. It's a fine cord. Hey, this one is on, I think medium, double medium. So it has a handset tourmaline. Set it from the back so the light shines through. It's a carved bezel. That's what you call that when you carve the bezel and it's cast and you insert the gemstone after. It's called a cast bezel. Is this the Midnight Blend? This might have some of the Midnight Blend. Yes, I believe so. The Midnight Blend with snakeskin agate. There, you can't find that stuff anymore. It's so lovely. Pink opal, rose quartz, a bunch of different things, and a sterling clasp.
The discount is for 20% off, and it applies to stuff on the website and the lot.
So this is on the website. This is actually, if you were to look at that, that's $310, but this is a one-of-a-kind piece right here that I didn't make anymore. I just made that one. And a stir. That's actually not, if you were to buy those separately and make it, that's not even including. It'd be a lot of work. It's a lot of work. If you wanted to get yourself something, a little something extra for being good all year long, now's the time. This is one of my favorites. I don't know if this is on the this is on the website. This is one of my favorites. I love this necklace. They don't make these anymore. I stocked up way back when from a friend of mine that had, they're like, my Tibetan grandmother. And I was like, man, your grandma must have a huge warehouse. And they just laughed and laughed. It was pretty funny. Because it's like a family business. They've been making these. Oh, this is called onion skin. These are antique beads. So they don't make these anymore. And that color, can't even get it. Carolyn says gallery quality. Yes, they have been. I have shown many times in galleries in like a consignment type situation, but mostly they just buy them outright and then sell it. That's an antique glass bead. There's amber, high quality. That's a little ruby carve. There's a watermelon antique bead. Sterling. That's sterling. What else is on there? That's emerald and fuchsite, they call it. That's that one right there. Bunch of different kinds. Kyanite, lapis. It's like a test to see if I can remember all the stones. I've got turquoise, aquamarine. I have so many types on this. And this is also on the website. And it will be, the discount will apply. You don't have to put anything in. Oh, Azalea called this one the Underwater Cosmos.
That's
one of
what
my
it's
favorites.
called on the website.
Hey, Donna. Donna, if you're there, do you recognize your own work? That's one of Donna's beads. You can check them out on her Facebook. Donna, drop your info if you're still over there. This is Super 28. I think you call it that. Or no, Super 20. What is it called? This one doesn't have the list, but if you get one of these and you want the list, I'll make a list for you so you can remember it for laters. A lot of variety on that. Apatite, moonstone, quartz, kyanite, and I have double-stranded them so they don't go anywhere with a little sterling button. So this is also on the website. Wendy says, you've been busy bees. Yes, I'm trying to make money for the show. Did I show this one? I don't know if I have. No, I did not. Or maybe I did. Little Worlds, that's what Azalea called it. As a sterling clasp. These I make so that they can be worn either this direction, so the clasp is any way that you want to wear it. If you're wearing something that has a lot of pink, you could put this in the front. I love pink in that kind of citron color. That's what I would name that. Put that towards the front, or you could roll it towards this way, is in the front. Any which way. That's what's good about this necklace, is that they are beautiful strands that they just feel magical. That's the goal when I was making these, to make sort of amuletic pieces with some of my all-time favorite beads. Like, look at this one. They call those greasy Vaseline beads if you go to the gem show. Oh, that's that hand-carved turquoise from Afghanistan. Beautiful. And there's that butter jasper you like, Azalea.
I love
It's that color all the way through. Isn't that fun?
It's gotta be one
That's
of
an
my
agate.
favorites.
They have a treatment the way they make this. It's an old way of etching. It's pretty fun. I would like to learn how to do that. Oh, this is sea glass that Sheila brought back from me from when she was traveling around Ireland. And I saved it and I drilled it. It's my sister. Right. Oh, thank you, Donna. I see that. No, the long bead. Oh, this one. This is from my friend at Fox Paws. This is ceramic. These are like, if you guys know Fox Paws beads, she hand carves her components. I love her work so much. So go over and look at it when you get a chance. She has an Etsy shop. It's called Fox Paws. I don't remember what the rest of it is, but go look at her Instagram and then you can see it. So this one is the website too. This is on the finest microcord. So I think that's called micro. It's the very tiniest. This one actually took, these actually take longer than the bigger ones. That should be a surprise to no one. But, and then sometimes I got to drill them out, which is no fun to drill them. Okay, so this one has tourmaline, peridot, black opal, chrome diopside, ruby, tunduru sapphires, Wella opal, carnelian, rough opal, kyanite, silver, and prehnite. So tunduru sapphires, let me get to that part. This is the kyanite, the imperial. Tunduru sapphires, look how small that turquoise is. There's an area in Africa, there's a river there, and on the riverbanks, you can get this gravel. They call it gem gravel because when you pick it up, they package it up in Tucson. You can get little vials of it. But it is some of the most beautiful gravel. Why am I not? Where is it? It's like rounded. I must be passing it each time because they're kind of rounded off, and I'm feeling them. Oh, here we go. I was like, where is it? I can't even see it. So these can be done like this. Maybe one more time if you want to wear it as a bracelet. My friend Wendy, who collects these, Wendy of Vintage, if you guys remember those days of doing shows, she would wrap them. I never wrapped them. But anyway, the Tunduru gem gravel, which is, it's sapphire. So I'm going to put my optivisor so I can find them exactly on there. So there's one right there. It has a very subtle color. It's like kind of a cloudy blue and different pinks. And they're rounded and drilled. That's what's so magical about them. There's some of it right there too. Love it. Oh, this is one like I made for Kate. I made Kate a necklace just like this. Oh, did you find Fox Paw, Terry? Her stuff is fantastic. Cherie, Vaseline beads are glass. They're made in the old way of making them. So they have that kind of carnival glass. They had different additives that they put in it to get that kind of jelly-like quality. I made a necklace very similar to this for Kate because this is one of my favorite palettes. This is a big ruby right here. That's a delicious ruby. That's ruby in zoisite right here. This magical goodness is a stone that has 7 other stones. They call those like Super 7 or Super 21. And they call them that because they grow together. Just like how you'd have garnet growing on top of smoky quartz, it's a similar thing. But they grow kind of like in a geode sort of way. And they don't look like, I don't know how to describe it. They don't look like much before they're cut, but it is magic once they're cut. This is that lodolite quartz. We call it pond water. It looks just like a pond to me. I love it. We have big, perfect, clear quartz. That's some gem grade labradorite. I got these. If Laura's out there, Laura, you might remember those. Remember that? I got all of them when she had them because they don't make it like that hardly at all anymore. Yeah, usually you don't see it. Sometimes it just doesn't hold up. and I bought it in the big size. This one has a little quartz, or no, not quartz, that's an agate. This is golden obsidian. There's black opal. Pretty good blend. All right. So I'm going to show a couple more, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to wrap it up. And then we're going to do the giveaway. So I've had this, and I don't know who's going to get this. Somebody's going to get this for their wedding necklace. But this took me all day long to do. So I don't know if you can see this. This is different types of apatite and turquoise. And there's a little silver button on it. But listen, it took me forever to make that. It doesn't look like it would, but it's all hand knotted. Oh, there's Laura. She said she found hers pretty recently. Beautiful. Laura, if you find more, you know where I live. I will get it. It's my favorite. I've been making that stuff last. Ooh, here's a good one. You guys might like this one. I'm surprised this one didn't sell. But this one's $90. See. Oh, and it's a lot. Labradorite, sterling, spectralite, lapis, sapphire, aquamarine, turquoise, imperial kyanite, black opal, the nylon. This is regular, obsidian, and quartz. Also,
$90 is only like half the price of your usual.
No, I know. And guess what? This would you can put the coupon, or not coupon. You don't need a coupon. It's just an automatic discount. Clem, there was no way I could get 2 threads through that one. It's on, I think, just plain fine. This is on very fine. You can see the knot work on it. So this one, if you guys are curious, and I've gotten many requests over the years of how to do this, I should point out I have the directions, the PDF file for it, with all everything I do to make this on our website. That also is discounted right now. All right, looking good. There's only a couple left. And I will have more at the show because I'm working on them. They're not done yet. I need to add some clasps to the ones that are on my pile. This is a simple one. This is all sapphire. This is all the one I did with sapphires. They're called Ceylon sapphires. I don't know if you can see that, how sparkly and gorgeous these are. But I found these from my friends over at Sona, and it's not Tawny anymore because he passed away like last year. But his daughter, Ruhi, sources the most beautiful Ceylon sapphires ever. Look at that. It's so sparkly. And I can't get enough. If no one gets this, I'll just maybe I'll keep it. Or maybe I'll give it to my friend Marianne for her wedding present. We'll see. Anyway, this one is, wow, I put that at 70. That's nice of me. For all that handwork and this is they call that Karen Hill Tribe. It's a little Thai flower is the clasp. And it's like the finest. It feels like magic. Terry, these are Ceylon sapphires. Yes. Okay, and I have one last one. This is Lot. This one's 45. And the reason is because it's one of my old ones. I found it in my collection. It has moonstone. It has, let's see what else is on this. Labradorite, pyrite, garnet, antique seed beads, bronze, and obsidian on nylon. And this one has a kind of a beachy mermaid feel to it. Kind of a neutral palette. Okay, so that's all of my necklaces. So if you're interested, you're going to think about it, let us know. Because some of them we will take to the show. All right, Azalea, you want to pull these winners? Let's pull some winners. Oh, 417. Bonnie, sorry. That one's 417 for this necklace. No, Terry, it is not. And guess what? That I got those wholesale, so that gives you an idea just how pricey Ceylon sapphires are. I still have a strand that I'm debating on what to do with. All right, Azalea's going to get ready to run the giveaway tool. So we're going to run 2. And if you have an outstanding order, we'll just pop that in your order. If we have to send it to you and you are not a customer, we will ask for your email and maybe the price of shipping, just so it offsets, some of our costs. It won't be much. It's like $3 or $4 for that.
It only looks like we have 13 entries. Y'all want to spam that? Spam hashtag butterfly?
Yeah, do it again because I don't know what the heck is up with that.
I can't do
StreamYard.
it again. I didn't have to start it over. I just clicked the button. But just spam hashtag
it
butterfly.
Real fast, and we'll try it because it's so annoying.
It's always doing that. I don't know. It's never worked like the way that I want it to.
Just spam it and real fast, and we'll run it through. Again, we'll try because it only showed 13, which is silly.
I put some of the yarn away.
Oh, thank you. Because I was getting kind of tangled up.
Hey, that would be good yarn for, that's like the good thickness for a cat toy.
They like it. The cats are all the time getting into my yarn if I leave it where they can reach it.
Gotta keep the door closed up here.
It's too many.
What is that? Yo.
That is a piece that my friend Bob, who you called, Azalea used to do this thing where she'd go, Bob, Bobaloni, Bobcat. And she would basically like rap every
name.
Kind of variation to
Goofy.
It was pretty cute. All right, we've got a bunch. Let's see who's going to get it.
For the first one.
First one. Bonnie!
You get this one.
Yay, Bonnie!
Yay! All right, let's do the next one.
All right.
I know Bonnie was here. She just commented, didn't she?
Yeah, I saw it. Bonnie, I did see you.
All right, for this one now.
Now for the silver-plated brass. Let's see who gets that one.
Oh, I wasn't even showing it. Debbie Myers. Yay!
Hello, my friends. Debbie, if you're here, I see Bonnie is here. Debbie, if you're here, let's see it. Let's see if Bonnie's here. Give her a second. Or not Bonnie. I meant Debbie.
Yeah, she is.
Here.
Yay.
Present.
Thank you guys for showing up for us tonight.
All right, my friends. I'm not going to switch the camera just because it's a little bit of a nuisance to go back and forth. But today we learned about pom-pom making. These are the ones we produced on the show today. And this is the inspo for that. It was my chewed up purse charm. So I kept adding to it. What you do is you just use you can just go through 2 ways right through, and then it's done. You can go in and you keep adding to it. That's what I did here. And all you need is a little hook. So amusing. All right. Thank you, my friends. We will see you on Wednesday. And if you are around, come see us at the Big Crafty. I will have some of these bags. I'm going to set some stuff aside for a Sunday night. I'm going to go. I think Azalea will probably go to sleep, but I will do a Sunday night. We'll bring the pins. My friend Joanne will join me, and she's going to bring some of her beautiful pouches. You should feel this. It's so fuzzy. All right, my friends, it was lovely to share this time with you. We love you out there and hope you are having a great week. Bye-bye, my friends.